During the last 2 decades, due to technological advances in telecommunications and the internet, an increasing number of people find it easier to travel, communicate, and do business internationally. Thus, the possibility for a person to encounter different culture is also increasing. In situations where cultural difference is present, a person can experience one or more symptoms of culture shock. According to Dr. Delia Flanja, culture shock is a state of discomfort or awkwardness experienced by the intercultural traveler once placed in an unfamiliar environment. To overcome the symptoms of culture shock, one should rely on its cultural intelligence. The author, Elizabeth Plum, wrote that cultural intelligence consists of 3 dimensions that correspond to emotion, understanding, and action. The cognitive component or cultural understanding is based on our cultural self-awareness and how we understand the other culture. In this dimension, we rely on our knowledge about the differences between the characteristics of our own culture and the others. The emotional component or intercultural engagement relates to the emotion we feel of the situation and the motivation to create a solution. Since our feelings are related to our beliefs and our notion of appropriate behavior, we utilize them to make judgment about others, involving the eagerness to allow ourselves to change during intercultural encounter. The action component or intercultural communication is the physical dimension. What we decided to do using the emotional and cognitive dimensions are demonstrated in this dimension. This dimension consists of verbal and non-verbal communication to express our intentions. With the combination of the different levels of the 3 dimensions, cultural intelligence of a person can be described by 6 different profiles. It is listed from the weakest down to the strongest in this list of examples. The provincial can be quite effective when working with people from similar culture but have problems adjusting to different culture. The analyst is someone who knew that he's in a different environment but then finds a way to interact with others using methods or strategies he acquired through observation. The natural relies entirely on his intuition rather than on a systematic learning style. He has tacit knowledge on what to do during the intercultural encounter. The ambassador knows how to avoid cultural conflict by being receptive even to a degree of awkwardness. The mimic knows how to appropriately behave around the other culture by using cultural cues he picks up. The chameleon, the strongest profile of cultural intelligence, possesses high levels of the 3 components. He or she may even be mistaken for a native of a country. Usually, people that fit the chameleon profile grow up all over the world. In conclusion, cultural intelligence is the ability to be aware of his or her own culture and identify its difference from the other culture. Through these, he or she understands and gains knowledge to cope with culture shock to create a productive intercultural communication. Cultural intelligence is essential to survive the effects of emerging international network of social and economic systems.